The problem with trying to figure out how women want you to talk to them is that it's quite challenging. There are too many variables, and even the same woman will have different expectations for different people in her life. That being said, there are some general ground rules that can help you communicate more effectively with any woman. This can be invaluable because the better you communicate with her, the more likely she will want to please you. The problem is that there are a lot of guys who think that they know how women want them to talk to them, but it's actually quite different from what they might expect. In fact, many guys who consider themselves ladies' men end up getting in trouble by not understanding the delicate balance between challenging a woman and being too reserved. Eliminating the guesswork is essential because it will allow you to know exactly what response you can expect when talking to any woman, especially if you are talking online. For example, sending messages that aren't open-ended are generally not well received. People like to know that someone is interested in what they have to say, and if you leave them hanging by not asking questions or offering feedback, it can seem like you aren't really engaged. Talking the right way with the women in your life is essential because it allows them to open up without feeling too vulnerable. They want to feel safe when talking to you, not like talking to a stranger. To accomplish this, the best way for you to act is friendly and non-threatening, but also interested enough that you don't seem closed off. Something that many guys might find useful is knowing how women want them to talk dirty to them. Unfortunately, there are so many different ideas about how this should work that it's hard to pinpoint an exact answer. What you are aiming for is a nice balance between talking dirty and being romantic. Take a look at these 10 tips, and you'll be on your way to talking to women the right way in no time. 1. Don't treat her like your mother. Yes, she's a woman and you probably like her, but don't talk to her like she's your mother or your sister. This is about creating a connection with another human being, not speaking to someone who will correct your grammar, or tell you that you shouldn't be eating that much red meat. She doesn't want to be your mother or your sister, and chances are good that you don't want to talk to her like she is one of those either. You can find a woman who will treat you better than your family does, so there is no reason to talk to a woman as if she's going to scold you. 2. Be yourself. This may be one of the most important rules when talking to women. Yes, some men are intimidated by the idea of talking to women they find attractive or interesting, but if you want any shot at having a real connection with someone, being yourself is an absolute essential. Pretending to be the man of her dreams will likely get you nowhere, so don't try so hard to impress her. Impressing a woman may work in the beginning of a relationship, but long-term success will come from being yourself and being happy with who you are. Don't pretend to be someone else just because you want a date or a new girlfriend. Your true friends will like you for who you really are, so there's no reason not to just be yourself. 3. Using the element of surprise when speaking. While telling someone how you feel about them and what you want to do is important, it's also a good idea to spice things up. Try using the element of surprise when speaking, and you will leave a woman's ears wanting more. Try something offbeat and unexpected instead of saying the same old boring thing. She will appreciate not having to hear those typical pickup lines or background information you've provided every other person that has thought about talking to her. By surprising someone with your words and actions, you'll make them think about you more, and be much more likely to take action themselves. 4. Make her smile. It's the little things that matter. If you can make her smile, laugh, or feel anything other than uncomfortable around you, she's going to be more open to getting to know you better. You don't have to do something huge like performing stand-up comedy for 30 minutes, but paying attention and trying to make her happy will go a long way in the beginning. Once she starts to like you, you can start working on your longer-lasting relationship with her, rather than trying to impress her when you first meet her. It's about taking care of someone else and making them feel good without expecting anything in return, at least not yet. 5. Don't ask her too many personal questions right away. It's natural for someone new to tell you a little about themselves, but if you want to avoid scaring them off or making them uncomfortable, make sure you keep the discussion light for the first few conversations. This does not mean talking about the weather for 20 minutes. You can definitely move from small talk to bigger topics as you get a feel for each other. Focusing on the conversation and not what you want to say will help her feel safe around you, which is important for building a relationship. She will trust you more if she feels like you are not putting her under a microscope. 6. Don't be insensitive. If she's sharing something deep and personal with you, make sure you take it seriously and don't treat it like a joke or make fun of her for it. Suppose she feels like you are belittling her feelings, even if it is unintentional. In that case, she will feel uncomfortable around you, which will hinder any relationship that starts between the two of you. She wants to feel like you are listening to her and that she can trust you. Don't make light of serious topics or use them as an opportunity for a comedy routine. 7. Don't be too nice. You may have the best intentions in the world, but acting over the top nice just because you want something from her will come across as disingenuous. No one wants to be with someone who is only nice when they want something from the person, which creates an uncomfortable situation for everyone involved. If you really like her, just relax and be yourself around her. She will eventually see that you are a kind person without over-explaining your behavior or treating her like a doormat for your kindness. 8. Don't turn every conversation into a debate. While having an intelligent discussion is fun and interesting, it's good just to let someone speak without challenging everything they say every now and then. Not every conversation has to be intellectual or involve winning or proving you are right all the time. Sometimes, women just want to feel listened to without you constantly jumping in with your own opinion. Don't try so hard to convince her of anything, and don't take every conversation as an opportunity to debate the topic at hand. Just let it go sometimes, you have plenty of other conversations where you can be right. 9. Don't be afraid of silence. Silence doesn't mean that one or both of you are uncomfortable with each other or the topic at hand, so don't feel like it has to be filled immediately because you are worried about the situation. If she's comfortable around you, she won't be afraid to sit in silence with you while watching a movie, or even on the way to grab some food. Don't feel like there is something wrong because of the lack of noise. Articulate your thoughts and feelings more when it comes time to fill that silence with conversation. 10. Be direct when speaking. Don't think of women as mysterious creatures who are impossible to understand. If you like her, tell her. If you want something, ask for it. There's no need to play games or use cheesy pick-up lines when trying to appear attractive in the eyes of another person. If she really likes you and enjoys spending time with you, she's going to let you know when she wants something or is interested in talking. You don't have to be so indirect when trying to tell someone how you feel about them, especially if it's the right thing to say.